Hey there, Fit Fam. Welcome to the only podcast where we're breaking the mold and rewriting the rules. I'm here to debunk the myths, spill the tea, and serve a hefty dose of reality. No matter where you're at in your journey, we've got something for everybody. So buckle up because we're about to unleash the basics in the most unapologetic way possible. From shedding pounds to embracing your inner badass, I'm here to remind you that skinny is so last season and the basics are anything but boring. So grab your favorite piece of protein and your water bottle and get ready to be empowered, entertained, and educated because being a basics bitch has never looked this good. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Don't Call Me Skinny. Okay, we are here live. Well, I'm live right now recording this. Wanted to chat about the first week of Fat Loss Basics. You guys, we've had 2 calls so far. The very first one was a kickoff call where we just kind of go through everything. The second call that we had was all about building your capacity. What is your capacity to handle your shit? Essentially, like, what does that look like for you? And, you know, it's interesting because a lot of us don't consider the things that go into getting healthy, getting the weight loss that we want to hit. We don't consider these things. And I will say that a lot of us have a really hard time, quote unquote, getting our shit together. We have a hard time getting consistent with something. And a lot of that comes back to the fact of your window of tolerance is fucked. Okay. And it's interesting that this is what we're talking about this week. It's what I've had planned since I built this 3 months ago, that I decided that this is what I was going to do 2.5, 3 months ago. Is it's in the container that I also work in a space with a coach. She is also talking about the window of tolerance and how that is our capacity to basically handle all the bullshit of the day. And it's very difficult to continuously get our shit together when our window of tolerance or our capacity to handle the bullshit that comes at us every fucking day is very minimal. It's very hard to get consistent. Okay. It is probably one of the hardest things you can ever do because it's almost like I never feel like I catch up, or I'm always feeling behind, or if it's not one thing, it's something else. Like, if you have felt this, it's because your window of tolerance and your ability to hold shit and the capacity that you have is extremely low or closed, or you're at capacity, you're at max. So you're like, your cup is overflowing, and not in a good way, not in like, I feel so rejuvenated and so amazing. It is in a way that is, it's hard, it's heavy, it's ugly, it's inconsistent, it's, you're full. Like, you can't move from this space. So it's really important that if you're wanting to get your shit together, which if I had a fucking penny for every time somebody said, I just need to get my shit together. God, I really need to get my shit together. If I had a penny for every time I've heard somebody in the last 8 years that I've been on my own journey, man, I really wish I could get my shit together like you do, I would be a fucking bajillionaire at this point, because we all feel this way. I felt this way. Every Monday I started over. I just need to get my shit together. Every time I would have this thing over here, I just need to get my shit together. It's like, it would be so great if we could just get our shit together and if it was just so easy. It's like throwing this, oh, I just need to lose the weight. Oh, I just need to do it. Oh, I just need to be more committed. I just need to try harder. When your window of tolerance is so low, your ability to try more isn't effective. Like I had said on Wednesday's episode, it's literally, you can't just keep trying harder at shit. You have to learn how to open your capacity so that you feel like you could handle more. This is not easy work. Hence why I have actually somebody to help me, right? These are things that I am working through myself. This is why I hired somebody else. It's so that I could feel supported, so that when my window tolerance is shit, when I get overwhelmed, when I'm overstimulated, when I don't feel the best, when I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do, when I'm at my wit's end, when my capacity is fucking full and I just need to get my shit together, I have a way and a person and a thing and a place to motherfucking go to figure it out. And it doesn't mean it's going to be pretty. It doesn't even mean it's going to fucking work. There is a high probability that the first, second, 10th time that you try to open your capacity, that you try to expand your window of tolerance, you have to understand it might not work. You also have to understand that all that shit carries over into the next day. So that's great that maybe one day you start and you have a full capacity. You just like wake up feeling like you're going to fucking kick ass and take names. And then you have other days where it's like, I like literally your eyes open and you're just already fucking done. You didn't sleep well. Your husband was snoring. You know, it's like you woke up 30 minutes before you were supposed to. You know, you walked into the bathroom and the scale went up and now all of a sudden it's like, fuck this shit. And it's like, boom, done. Like you don't even have to get an hour into your day. Somebody cuts you off on the way to work. You're like, bah! And you're like flipping them off and you do all this stuff. That is because whatever you had in your day prior has carried over and your window of tolerance is already starting out very minimally. Like your cup is already somewhat full of bullshit. And you're like, fuck. Okay. Sometimes this happens even when we know we're going into a situation where it's going to be hard, right? Like you're already anticipating the bullshit. Something that I actually started doing about a year and a half ago with my son is that when he came home from school, he had to go decompress himself because he would come in and I would be working and he would just barge in my door and be like, blah, 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 and then I would elevate and he would be elevated and my window of tolerance was like, ah. So I started to dread him, not that he was coming home, but I started to dread the interaction that we were going to have. Like, I already know this is going to be bullshit. I already know this is going to be really terrible. I already know like this is not going to be great. Like this is not going to be great. So it was already like, I was already anxious about it. I was already like, ugh. And so it depended, how did the rest of my day go? Did I feel like I had a great day? Did I feel like I have a shit day? Did things go wrong? Did things go well? And that determined how quickly I elevated because I don't like to become like that either. Right? So if my day went well, I might have had a little bit more capacity in the moment to handle that. If my day didn't go as well, I probably was like, get the fuck out of my office. Like, get out. Right? So we started to put a plan in place for him that he could go, let's decompress. Let's go do a coloring. Let's go get a snack, you know, do something non-school related. That wasn't TV, you know, that was a big thing. Go play with some Legos, maybe do something else to eliminate this interaction that we would have that always turned into a blowout. Because that was not fun and it's not fun for him either, right? He would come home activated and he would be activated and then everybody's activated and that's not a great place to be. So I would, at that point, having that space for him actually opened up his window of tolerance. It gave him an opportunity to take a breath, to transition into home. He wasn't at school anymore with his friends. He's now at home where we have rules and these things. And it's not that they don't have him at school, but you're 1 to 30 kids in a class. Yeah, you're probably doing things get a little bit more away with shit than you do when there's only like you. That's really the person I have to take care of and watch all the time. So it gave him an opportunity to grow his capacity, to decompress himself, to grow his window of tolerance. That cup was able to lower that shit that was in that cup was able to go down. So he had more space to be a little open. Maybe if he was doing homework and he got frustrated, maybe if he was, doing something, he got upset. Even like we just had a moment in here where he was getting frustrated. I said, you need to leave. You need to go pause. You need to go take a break from this because this isn't beneficial. And you're activating me and I don't want to deal with it. It's unfun for both of us. Like this thing that we're doing together is supposed to be more fun. It's supposed to be enjoyable. Not that it's not going to push us or anything like that, but it's supposed to be a little bit, we're not supposed to be in tears, that's the kind of thing. So I think it's really important that, understanding it's not as easy as just get your shit together. Just fucking get your shit together. Just go do this thing. Just go get your shit together. But I know that's how we feel. Like, God, I just have to get my shit together. I hear it often. And then it's the same people that don't get their shit together. It's the same people that never take action. It's the same people that, hire me for my lowest ticket thing because it's the thing that they think they can afford. And then they quit or they don't even buy into anything else because they can't wrap their brain around stepping into something a little bit bigger that could actually fucking help them. Right? That is Fat Loss Basics. That is what we're doing. This isn't just here's your fucking macros and pick your training program and let's go. This is literally, we are building capacities. We are talking about nervous system regulation in my scope, right? I have to be very careful about, I don't have the scope that someone like the person that I'm with, her scope is vastly larger than mine. She has done a lot of more neuro work and education. I talk about things that I can understand, that I can break down, that my clients can implement, that makes sense for them. Okay. This is not me trying to be all sorts of crazy. Okay. This is very digestible things, very implementable things. Okay. That we need to really start working on, because if you cannot open your capacity and open your window of tolerance, you literally cannot get your shit together. You can't have one with the other. Just like I was talking about the other on Wednesday's podcast. It's like, you cannot expect to just do something harder. It doesn't work this way. It doesn't work this way. You have to build a toolbox. I have 2 clients that we are going to be working on toolboxes. Really, they're one-on-one clients. In Fat Loss Basics, we're working on toolboxes. I'm currently learning new tools to use that maybe they'll implement with my clients. Maybe I won't, right? It kind of depends on, again, the scope, right? But there are certain things that I'm currently learning about myself as a coach, as a mom, as a wife, as a Sarah, about my own capacity, about my own knowledge, about how I react and respond to things. And guess what I can go do with that information? I can go help other people in a, again, scope practice of what I'm able to do to at least become aware, at least pay more attention, right? You know, this is potentially something that I could say, hey, even my clients could hop in on this because they would benefit from it, right? So this is what I'm talking about. But I didn't sit on my ass and say, well, I can't fucking afford this person, or I can't do that thing. Here's what I'm going to tell you. You can't afford not get your shit together. I don't know how many knots were in there, and I don't know if they all cancel each other out, but that's what I'm saying. You can't afford to not get your shit together. And in order to do that, you more than likely need more help than what you think you do. This is the reality. I needed way more help than what I did. Hey, I don't know if you guys are avid listeners. A while ago, I talked about hiring somebody for the day and how she was helping me for like a day pass. This is the same coach that I've now bought into, that I bought into to December, because I wanted to make sure, because we got, some support throughout December, and then January is the actual program. So I'm like, okay, this is beneficial for me. This is huge, guys. This is fucking huge. So don't just say you're going to get your shit together. Do you even know what that fucking means? Do you know what that looks like? If you don't know what getting your shit together looks like and feels like and sounds like, you need to go figure that thing out. What does that mean to you, getting your shit together? Because without understanding and knowing, you're never going to fucking know. It's just not going to happen. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Please make sure you focus on the basics. Figure out something to really hone in on: your water, your sleep, your stress, your protein and fiber, or your sleep. Figure one out and make it happen, guys. Pick one, make the weekend a win. I'll catch you on the next episode.